All right, what's up? Hey, YouTube, we're back with another video for today. Smile. Seasons in Destiny 2. Luke Smith just dropped this on everyone. So we are going to read it together on stream. Seasons in Destiny 2's third year. Hey, everyone. A couple weeks ago, I did a mini worded retrospective on the last 6 months of Destiny 2. This covered what we think worked well, what didn't work as the way we hoped, and some things about where Destiny 2 is heading. You'll see some of this manifesting in what's coming this fall. A Rise of Iron-sized expansion, Shadowkeep, where we will explore the moon and how it's evolved since we were there last. Okay, so Rise of Iron-sized expansion, which I think is the first time we've gotten a size reference like that. Overhauls to key game systems such as armor that give you more choices on how you play and look. Evolution of difficulty systems. Features that make it easier to play with friends such as new light and cross save. We're simultaneously deepening parts of Destiny we know and love, but removing prohibitive stuff that made D2 hard to play with your friends. It's a high wire act. We want Destiny to be a game where every blueberry could become someone who calls the tower home. My hands have had a week off from typing, so let's talk about a seasonal philosophy and how seasons are shifting to fit the way that we want to tell stories to move forward in the version of Destiny 2 as a single evolving world. I mentioned in Director's Cut Part 3 that we wanted Destiny to be part of a world that has narrative momentum. A key part will be seasons support in year 3. Back in June, we mentioned that one of the ways we're making things easier for friends to play together is to offer everything a la carte. We're going to do just that each season. You and your friends can choose what you want to play. The world will change every season. Year 3, you'll have 4 supported seasons of content. But this year, you can opt into each season for $10. You won't have to pay up front for an entire year of content like the Forsaken Pass. FYI, the first season in this new version, Season of the Undying, is included in Shadowkeep. But if you just want to experience Season of the Undying, you can grab it a la carte without needing Shadowkeep. So seasons going forward can be bought all at once, or I guess you just buy it up front. $10 per season. If you want to buy it. If you don't. Smart fucking move. The world of Destiny 2 changes every season. And the new season of Destiny, we want players to feel like they, as a community, are contributing to Destiny's world. Each season in Destiny has to ride the line between delivering self-contained season-long world arcs and make a handoff to next season. Together, seasons move Destiny universe forward. The Season of the Undying, the portal to the Black Garden, was opened as part of the Jacket Quest. That was opened as part of the Jacket Quest has awoken the Vex. What is the part of Jacket Quest? What is Jacket Quest? What is Jacket Quest? Has awoken the Vex. They're now pouring across the surface of the moon, working with Akora. Players will do some stuff, go somewhere, fight things, solve problems, aka redacted. Jacket Quest, maybe Raid Jacket. I don't know, chat. By the end of the season, the portals will close. The world state will change, and the seasonal activity connected to it will go away. Yet something remains. This will be just in time for Redacted to kick off the start of Season 9. Season of Dawn. Everyone who plays Destiny will be able to see how the world is different and changing during the season. Those with the season pass will be able to play seasonal matchmade activity within the Black Garden for that extra level of sweet gear. But the goal is that everyone will be involved in how the world changes. And at the end of the season, your collective actions will have caused the world state to change and the seasonal activity connected to those events to also go away. Doing this will allow us to evolve the world narratively, but build physically as well. It's not possible to keep Destiny frozen in place and allow all activities to live forever, while also changing the world in meaningful ways. This strategy lets us be agile and innovative. We believe Destiny will grow to an even better state when it can change, and the best Destiny stories are the ones when you had to be there. But while events and activities in the world will come and go as the world evolves, weapons critical to the meta will not be locked each season for new players or for players who missed that season. Legendaries and exotics you need to stay competitive will be re-earnable in the future, although not always immediately after the season ends. We'll be talking more about that. This is one area where the new seasonal model, we expect our plans to evolve across the seasons to meet the needs of the community. And while we're on the subject of gear and weapons, I want to talk about how some other additions we're making to your chase to create whatever your perfect guardian is. Reward philosophy. As we dug into the deepened customizations of the guardians, we wanted the reward system that could standardize some of those reward mechanisms each season to provide clear value in its rewards, make value of a paid season super clear, and allow players predictable progression via XP. We all love the chase, that perfect role, but we all play differently. Year 3 will add more transparency and predictability while still giving you an RNG option for unexpected gear or a role you didn't know you loved until you got it. We're adding 2 predictable reward pursuits in Season of the Undying. 1, Seasonal Artifact. Our first addition is the Artifact, which is free to all players. Free to all players. Free to all players. This will allow you to further customize your Guardians build each season by unlocking additional mods to sock it into your armor. Earning XP or just playing will level up your artifact, letting you unlock the next mod you want for your characters. While leveling up and unlocking mods, you will also increase the power of the artifact, which will continue increasing until the end of the season. Yes, it is uncapped. Artifact power adds directly to your overall power and is account-wide. We're excited and a little terrified to see how high players will manage to raise their artifact power during the season. I can't wait. We want the artifact to let us experiment more freely in our sandbox. During the last 5 years of Destiny, we wrestled with obsolescence and permanence in player power. So when we were coming up with something for the new season, we wanted to figure out how we could have a system that allowed players to create build-altering powers, but not need to commit indefinitely to whatever they made and have it live forever. We want to date new builds, not just get hitched forever in the combat ecosystem. It doesn't have to be forever anymore. The artifact can spotlight different ways to play each season and introduce new perks while we and you can experiment more boldly with new combinations and expressions of power. We want to use the artifact as a mechanic to allow the game to shift some each season. In the action game like Destiny, it's part of the fun can be discovering new ways to play. Here's an example of how I play. I earned the Wendigo this season. I did it naturally by grinding a ton of strikes, although I was tempted to go farm Blind Well to make it go faster. I ended up using the Fighting Lion a bunch to get my grenade kills. Oh my god. Why don't the guys at the end of Hallowed Lair count? What I found was I really liked using grenade launchers. I hadn't given them a slot in my routine PvE loadout, but as I was playing with Fighting Lion, I was getting better and better at using breach-loaded grenade launchers and timing my detonations, etc. So while I was on the Wendigo quest, I ended up developing an appreciation for an archetype I had overlooked, developing new skills while earning the Wendigo. Seasonal artifacts and mods will go away at the end of each season. The new season will bring a new artifact, new mods, and a new power pursuit. This way, we can try to broader balance the choices each season inside the sandbox. And while we get it a little wrong, we'll be able to more effectively let it ride out the season without nerfing your favorite OP build. Seasonal XP progression. The second predictable reward we're adding to seasons are season pass ranks. Some of you might have spotted this on the armor stream, but we didn't give context. Without context, it's easy to find yourself on the jumping to conclusions mat. Let's talk about these ranks. If you want to make sure we want to make sure each season has multiple complementary reward sources. Because we all want to play Destiny differently, and we want to be able to customize our Guardians the way we want to. We will continue to leave RNG rewards as part of our activities, and we want a direct track to rewards each season so you can progress every evening. Best weapons and armor are still likely to live in the treasure chests of our toughest monsters and villains, but we hope that there will be fewer nights where players feel they log into Destiny and have nothing to do. The internet is great about discussing different builds in games. Seasonal ranks are kind of like a build for playing Season of Destiny. Grabbing bounties, doing strikes, completing weekly challenges, these are straightforward ways to unlock season pass ranks. And when you don't have the time to arrange a raid group or check Google for the right strategies to solve a problem or gamble against RNG where the house feels like it always wins, the rank allows our friends in the community who have families or full-time jobs or who are deep in finals territory at college. Sometimes you want to log in, grab bounties, shoot aliens, earn XP, and chill with your buds. That's why we added 100 ranks to earn each season. Free and premium reward tracks, plus a UX design that's intuitive and familiar if you play other games. Unlike those other games, we'll make progress by earning XP and doing things you already do in Destiny, defeating monsters, completing bounties and activities. This is a new additive layer of predictable rewards just for playing the game. Here's a look at the UI. So, it's got a season countdown on it. It has predictable rewards. This is rank 21 through rank 30. I don't know what the bottom and the top is, but the bottom has all this Vex gear and Glimmer rewards, etc. The top has other gear, but it also has whatever this is. This might be for your artifact, and it has a weapon, and it has these engrams. This looks awesome. I love the countdown on it. It's all part of the season. With every season pass, you'll get to look at a new aspect. You'll get everything you'd expect from a Destiny season: activities, rewards, storyline, etc. Not just a new season UI rank and rewards. Like I alluded to in the first director's cut, we need a sustainable way to deliver rewards. The season rank UI is a big step to getting us there. So now, with all this context, let's look at what you season pass owners can get in Season of the Undying, which is included in Shadowkeep. Season pass owners will get access to a new seasonal activity, the Vex Offensive, which includes 4 legendary weapon drops, additional weekly and daily bounties, and additional challenges for powerful rewards. A new weapon quest for an exotic bow, Leviathan's Breath, exclusive to season pass owners. A new exotic hand cannon, Ariana's Vow, awarded at rank 35 on the free track and rank 1 on the premium track. Seasonal armor sets, 1 for each class. Collect a complete set during the first 25 ranks of the free class. On the premium track, you get all 3 sets on rank 1. There's also a drop within the Vex Offensive. These also drop in the Vex Offensive seasonal activity. If you want versions with the highest stat tiers, you'll have to play the Vex Offensive to earn them. This is f***ing cool. Some additional premium track rewards. 3 universal ornaments, an exotic weapon ornament for Ariana's Vow, 2 legendary weapon ornaments, a new finisher, an exotic emote, and an exotic ship. Progression, or how differently you all play Destiny. Okay, so like I feel like we have to take a break here. This is insane. Like all of this is completely new. But it's 2 things that it's one thing that I have been personally asking for in Destiny for a long time. The artifact provides infinite potential growth for you and your Guardian. That is awesome. It's meta growth. It's growth, progression, and power beyond the standard curve of the game. When he says season pass, does he mean owning that season? It is owning that season. But remember, when we're talking about this, you get that shit for free. Everybody gets access to this for free. You will have a seasonal pass that has a free track for all players or a paid track. Okay? And based on how they separate things out, you're going to be able to get everything that everyone who has a paid version of it like, you're going to be able to get all the stuff that they're earning. It's Battle Pass, except you can play whatever the f you want. Progression, or how differently you all play Destiny. For many of us, Destiny 2 is a regular hobby. But we know that hobby fits in our lives differently. We have players who play every day, players who have 10 to 15 hours a week. We have players who log in for time they can spare every season. Destiny 2 will change. The community will work on changing the world together, which means we want everyone to be a part of it. Other games let players buy every rank when a new season begins. In Destiny, we want your time spent playing the game to matter. We want the first players who unlock a bunch of sweet stuff to have unlocked it through play, not pay. So they want you to unlock things by playing the game and not paying for them. For all of the people who screamed pay to win immediately. Some players are going to work super hard trying to reach rank 100 as quickly as possible, and we think that's great. But again, all of you play Destiny 2 differently. And when we say we want the whole community to be part of it, we keep of how the world changes every season. We keep coming back to giving players the choice of how they want to spend their time. Based on how you play, 100 ranks is going to be cleared in the season, but not all of you will have the time. To solve for how some of our players aren't planning to allow seasonal ranks to be... To solve for how our community plays Destiny, we're planning to allow season ranks to be purchased as a catch-up mechanic late in the season. We're going to wait to see how players engage with seasonal ranks to make sure it's tuned before determining exactly when we unlock this ability. The season of the Undying will run for 10 weeks. We're currently thinking of enabling this somewhere between the last 2 to 4 weeks. We know that sometimes life gets in the way. You just want to get the last few rewards before the season ends and everything resets. In the same way we've been doing seasonal catch-up for power, we think doing late in season rank catch-up makes sense. The initial vision is our starting point, and the way we've designed seasons moving forward means that we're going to have flexibility to tune this how it works to see how the season of the Undying goes. Yeah. I like that. I like that idea. It's unique. We'll see how they tune it. I think that it's an incredibly fair compromise that allows anyone who wants to experience all of the content that is going to go away forever the opportunity to do so. I see you. Did Bungie raise the XP needed to get a rank for some ridiculous level so that players have to buy ranks at the end of the season? The answer is no. For example, our internal team tests playing strikes in a fairly relaxed manner, 18 minutes per strike, with full stacks of bounties, can get a seasonal rank in less than an hour. Every week, Guardians also get rest XP bonuses per account, where their first 3 ranks are triple XP. Playing strikes with full stacks of bounties at rest should get 10 ranks in about 8 hours. And knowing you, will see even better ways to min-max your time to clear your ranks. Our goal is tuning this is for our most committed Destiny players who start week 1 to reach rank 100 simply by doing the things they love to spend their time on. If that's not happening, we have the freedom and ability to adjust it. We want Destiny to be your home, however you want to play it, and hit 100. You may never want or need to buy a rank, but we just want you to be able to play together as easily as possible and narratively be part of the world as it changes. I love the inclusivity. Your seasonal rank also goes away at the end of the season. A new season of ranks and rewards will take its place. And like our seasonal activities, we don't want important gameplay-focused rewards to be inaccessible. So any legendary or exotic weapons introduced in a season pass will be attainable in future seasons. Those rewards won't be available immediately, but it won't take longer than 6 months either. More details on that soon. Fucking fantastic. New light, removing barriers for friends, and $0. We've talked a lot about what you get if you buy the season pass, but let's talk about what you thank God. Listen up. Listen the fuck up. We've talked a lot about what you get in the season pass, but let's talk about what you get Destiny 2 for spending nothing. This fall, new friends playing Destiny 2 for the first time are coming. And we're going to make Destiny a great experience for everyone. At its core, what makes Destiny 2 special is it is a place to come back to the community, the friendships, and the memories made along the way. Destiny is best if you can convince your friends to play, and we think a $0 price tag makes that easier. The default version of Destiny 2 this fall, and on top of all Destiny 2 Year 1, will be available for free with new light. We're going to make sure there's plenty of new free content in the season of the Undying. Here's some of what players all players, even without the season pass, can access it, on October 1st. By the way, chat, if you missed it, they announced free-to-play entry point 2 months ago. But yes, Destiny 2 and all of default Destiny 2 and all of Year 1 of Destiny 2 will be free starting October 1st. So here's what you can do if you're coming in with new light, or if you're all new, if you're all in on Shadowkeep Season of the Undying, you will have access to the following: patrolling on the moon, obtaining missions in Shadowkeep, 2 new strikes, Crucible updates, 2 returning PvP maps, elimination in Crucible labs, Armor 2.0, the Gatelord seasonal artifact, new finishers, 2 new pinnacle weapons, 1 for Gambit, 1 for Crucible, 5 seasonal rank rewards, which include everything he listed before, and 2 legendary weapons, best of Year 2 engrams, and glimmer and upgrade modules. The legendary armor and weapons will come with free seasonal ranks, with the free seasonal ranks that are like sampler platters for the season pass. If you want to find the best stat rolls on that armor, you need to play the seasonal activity to get the drops. But players who just want to collect all the armor can earn that from the base version of the free track. Ariana's Vow, the new exotic on our seasonal track, also drops on the free track. You'll get it earlier if you have the season pass. We also added a lot of rewards on the free track that are nice quality of life rewards for players, like upgrade modules, which are free infusions. Free infusion. Free infusion. Free infusion. Free infusion. How this could have worked last year. This has been a pretty information-dense dump. I wanted to break this out to talk about how we could have done this in the Year 2 content we all remember. Bizarro Destiny. Season of the Forge, Year X, and Bizarro Destiny. Week before the season begins, all players receive a notification in their email box. It simply reads, "I have returned from the stars. Meet me December 4th. Ada." Once the note is given out, a small countdown timer appears on the Traveler. When the timer reaches 0, players in the tower see a ship unlike anything they have ever seen land between Zavala and Shaxx. A figure transmats and walks through the tower, opening a door long been shut. Players follow the character through the tower, and the figure lowers her hood and greets players. "I'm Ada. We have work to do." The Season Pass director is updated. The rewards are revealed, and now Ada and players begin a season-long experience of refining forges in the world, completing bounties, building materials, and working on the Black Armory, taking on the new raid Scourge of the Past. And in a twist, Datto and his group are the first one to finish. Yikes. As players work together to forge weapons early in the track, smithing and building new ones, the room around Ada begins to change. The schematic data from players' work is resulting in new weapons and mods for players to create. These weapons and mods don't require the seasonal activity, but they are found in the new encounters within Strikes, and some of them are forged in Last Wish, like the alchemy lab in the Black Layer Wing. Is he telling us that we are going to need to take weapons into the new raid in order to forge them? Because if that's true, I will nut. That is awesome. And I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. As the player community plays, the meta objectives are revealed. I'm gonna crumb. Once a certain number of players have unlocked ranks on the pass, cinematics will unlock for everyone to watch. We see the Drifter and Ada arguing over something, pitting them against each other. The scene ends with the Drifter raising an eyebrow and a set of gun schematics behind Ada. The season comes to a close, and the Drifter summons players to him. He's having a new space built in the tower. People ask for his help, who have earned the title of Dredgen. Now players begin to gather materials and donate them to fund the Drifter's new scam. The Drifter won't stop talking about gun schematics he saw behind Ada. Very late in the season, players notice Ada's room looks like it's being packed up. She's leaving. The schematics sat behind her are missing. Over the course of the next few weeks, she packs her equipment, and in an event similar to her arrival, she vanishes. Ada, her wares, and her forges are gone. Banshee reminds players that even though Ada is gone, she left him with schematics for her weapons and armor, and he'll be rotating through them over time. And the Drifter asks you to visit him, saying he's got a surprise. So that is how they're planning on advancing an evolving world each season, using framework from previous seasons. That is awesome. And while today the Let's Pretend selection is a work of fiction, we're working to build the technology that will make something like this possible to help make our season pass feel uniquely Destiny. Season passes in year 3 will in some ways feel very new and in other ways feel very similar to the Forsaken experience. Our intent is that the season pass mechanics, as we're aligning everything with a single evolving world and how we're moving the Destiny story meaningfully forward, are additive to the core experience. We're still going to have things like holiday events, dungeons and secret missions, and all kinds of stuff that we hope surprises you. It's an evolution and it's an experiment. Hopefully, what you've seen lately is that we're going to keep being agile and continuing to make the best decisions for the game along with you. We're excited to see where our where our unified seasonal philosophy will take us. Will let us take the Destiny universe over the next year. Also, thanks for the comments and responses to the director's cut. I have some deleted scenes ideas that I could format to evolve when it runs next year. Holy clappa, chat. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. Thank you. Chat, that's incredible. I am I am so unbelievably